Today, I'll be showing you how to make this concrete planter. And as an added bonus, if you stick around till the end, I'll even show you how to make a colored version of it. It doesn't even have to be this color. Once you learn how to change the color, the possibilities are endless. Before anything else, you want to start with a plant. I use succulents because I like the way they look. Next, you're going to need 2 plates, preferably made out of thin plastic. And this is just so you can slide the concrete out easily. We're going to put the concrete between the 2 plates, and the space inside the smaller plate is where the dirt is going to go. For the concrete, we're going to use Quickrete's mortar mix. And that's because this material is super easy to manage, especially for smaller projects. Start off by spraying the inside of the bigger plate with cooking oil, and do the same to the outside of the smaller plate. Remember, we're going to be putting concrete between these 2 plates, and adding oil is going to make it a lot easier to take it out once it cures. Once that's all done, we can get started with the concrete. I used the smaller bowl to start scooping some of the concrete into the bigger bowl. I started off by putting a bunch of concrete into the bigger plate, but then I had a change of plans. I figured it might be easier to take out the concrete, pour some water in, and then add the concrete slowly. I preferred to do it this way because it gave me a little bit more control of the texture. You want to work up to an oatmeal-like consistency, and remember to wear a face mask just to prevent that dust from getting into your lungs. The concrete should be a little chunky, but it should also be able to move fairly easily. Once the concrete's in place, you can start working the smaller bowl into the big bowl. This is also a pretty good opportunity to start smoothing out some of the edges. Hopefully you're starting to see what I mean about the concrete sitting between the big bowl and the smaller bowl. You're basically using the 2 bowls to create a mold for the concrete's shape. If you pay close attention, you'll also notice I'm really shaking the concrete around. This is because it helps get rid of any of those air bubbles that are trapped in the concrete. Once you're happy with the texture of the concrete and the positioning of the small bowl, you can put a little bit of weight in the center just to keep the small bowl in place. After this, I gave the concrete 24 hours to dry. Keep in mind that if you're in a hotter climate, it might be sooner for you. The next day, the concrete looked ready to go, and I started by pulling the small bowl out. It came out pretty easily, and I think that's because of the oil we sprayed earlier. And to get the rest of the concrete out, I just dropped the bowl on its rim a few times. Be sure to use caution, that way you don't break your concrete in the process. I was really happy with the bowl's texture, but we weren't done just yet. Feel free to skip this step because it's honestly not necessary, but I used some of Quickrete's high gloss sealer. I gave the outside of the bowl a few coats just because I wanted it to have a little bit of a glossy finish. And that pretty much wraps up that bowl, but let me show you how we colored the other one. In my specific application, I used alcohol ink and I used the crimson color. This is basically just a really potent dye-based paint, and that's why I knew it would be great for this experiment. A little bit of liquid goes a long way, so start pouring some drops into the bowl and then mix it into the concrete. Before you know it, you'll have a nice colorful concrete bowl. It actually kind of looks like moon sand, if you've ever heard of it. Now that that's done, we can wrap up our original planter. For that, all you need is some potting mix, and of course the plant that we started with. Throw both of those into the bowl, and we should be good to go.